What if I respond to comments? Like,
Respond to the comments,
like
man.
English or speaking.
Speaking.
I don't wanna
Speak.
get in the way.
Speak.
Or you can type it if you want.
Yeah, I could
Speak.
say.
Speak. Speak.
Look at this, everybody. This is the
All right,
Viper.
we're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We're going to be live on Instagram. We're going to be live on Facebook. We're going to be live sharing the wonderfuls of racketeers
Yep.
to the world.
Yep.
Racketeers. Let's show you how to bend pipe, how to save money. And let's go over some of these amazing tools. Now, boys and girls, let me go back over the dirt box because it needs a little bit better attention than that. You can't even take this thing off. Let me shake this off. This is how powerful these magnets are. I can't get it off. Dude, hold it on either side and try and shake that off.
All right, take that. Take the Viper. Dude, it's on there.
Shake it off.
It's not going anywhere.
Dude, it ain't coming off, bro. I'm telling you that. Check this out.
Hit it with the tool. What if you bump into it? Or something where your elbow goes
Well,
in.
if I hit it really hard on the back,
Alright.
come on. You get the point. Rare earth magnets. Now, here's the part that Chris doesn't know about that I'm going to share with you.
You guys are right. Answer is 1,000.
Listen, when you get done shaving, right, what do we fear? We fear that our stepper bit, usually you're going to be using this with the stepper bit, right? You want to make your 7/8" hole for your knockout set to go into to make a bigger knockout in a commercial panel.
Yeah.
Why commercial panel? Because the depth of this is too wide for residential load centers. This is not for a load center, this is for a panel board. Or any disconnect, anything where you don't want the shavings to go into, especially if you're doing control work, you're working on cabinets, you got specialized equipment, specialized cabinets with a lot of sensitive PLCs, a lot of stuff where you don't want the shavings to go into. Listen guys. What I'm going to show you tonight is going to make you rich. It's going to make you stand out above all the vanilla ice cream electricians out there. Okay? All right?
True,
Let me
guys.
tell you, I am a multi-millionaire as an electrician, a simple electrician. I was able to raise these two boys and bring my two sons into this industry.
Dad,
What happened?
I had to upload some Microsoft.
Just exit out of it. So what I'm sharing with you is how you can stay small, get to $1 million gross a year with only 2 employees. Take it easy, dude. What's going on? What's going on?
I think it got out of the live.
I don't think it got out of the live.
I think
It's live. This one's live anyway.
You want to stay lean, everybody? It's better to stay lean than grow
You
too
can't do
fast and your business just falls apart. Stay lean, stay out of debts. We contractors got to unite. We're trying to get rich out here.
Oh, I see. Shit.
We're trying to get rich. We're not trying to go broke.
Alright, where's the tab?
We're trying to get our bank accounts like a phone number. That's our goal.
You know, just pull the comments up. That's all I need to see.
Hello? Yep. That's our bank accounts. We want our bank accounts not like a phone number.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to work this thing. Alright, sorry.
Who wants his hot box?
No one's getting my hot box. Watch your mouth. Let me share with these guys what's going on.
Right?
So, you use this thing, and this device is what's going to separate you from all the other electricians out there, right? When the maintenance manager, the general contractor, the building owner, whoever hired you sees you with tools like this, automatically you're elevated out of the residential, the entry-level electrician. And you are on your way to making the most you can. See, the whole issue is how much profit can we make as electricians? We're not here to survive. We're here to get rich. We're here to be ballers. We're here to take care of our families. And let me show you how. So products like these will separate you from your competition. Now, biggest fear when we're Ken, what is the biggest fear when you're drilling down into a panel to make a knockout and you're using your stepper bit? What's your biggest fear? The bit falling off, right? What happens? We're so worried about our bit falling out of our drill and maybe landing into something. This will prevent that. And with this super strong magnet, now, when you're done, check this out. There's another magnet in the bottom. So all your shavings will collect in the bottom of this dirt bag, and it will collect on this magnet. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to take my Racketeer's explodable garbage can, which you all should have. Guys, I'm going to get frustrated when I talk to you on these lives because I'm showing you so many ways to get rich. And I really want you to take this serious. There's no link here to click on. I'm not having you go. It's not the TikTok shop. This is an honest evaluation of a company that's going to set you up to the next level. And if you don't have a collapsible garbage bag next to every one of your men, wherever they're working, hey, don't come crying to me when you're only making, 50, 70, 100 bucks an hour, and we're making 250, 500 bucks an hour. Why? Because we show up with simple pieces like this.
Yep.
Chris, show them how that garbage can is. You've got to get this Racketeer's garbage can. You can go to sale, or you go to Racketeers.com, enter in Hendy 10. We got to put that up on there. Hendy 10, guys, for 10% off everything Racketeers.
So basically, this is a retractable garbage can, collapsible garbage can, and when you're done using it, you just go like this, you just collapse it, and there's these Velcro straps that allow you to close it. So I'm going to close it like that, one side, and then the other side, and I can throw this back in the truck.
Absolutely. Perfect. You have that on the job site. You dump it out at the customer's house. If you're working residential, you have that next. You're doing a sub panel. You're doing a new service. Have this next to you.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to have that next to you.
And it opens up like this. How long is this bag, right?
And listen, you're going to see stuff that's used here. You're going to see stuff that's used here because I'm giving you honest reviews of what's going on. These are old and tattered because these weren't given to me, okay? Some of these items up here were given to us. But I bought my first Racketeers product in 1995. Now, according to Brittany Howard, hey Brittany, I hope you're out there. If not, 8 p.m. we start the live conduit bending. 9 p.m. guys, we do the Racky giveaway. The Racky giveaway. So comment Racky and we're giving you prizes away.
Yep, Racky. Comment Racky, guys.
Awesome. Got to get that.
Yep. Face tape.
I don't get this part. Now, I'm a really good electrician. I'm a really good electrician. I'm a good businessman, good electrician. I think I'm a good father. Am I a good father?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did you see that? Am I a good father?
Yeah.
These are my two sons, guys. I'm bringing my two sons into this industry. Yesterday I was live and I spoke to a gentleman. Not going to say his name. He's by himself. He's wiring a house. He's got 9 kids. And he's a little bit struggling. And I want to help all of you, okay? So you can help us if you like this by going to Racketeers.com. Just go to their website, enter in Hendy 10 at checkout. Let's let Racketeers know that you guys stopped by here today. Can you do me that favor? That really means a lot to me, okay? Let Racketeers know, hey man, I found you with Hendy the Sparky and Henelec. That's all we ask. Now, I know we're far away, and let me ask you this, guys. In the United States, 120, 208, 240, 3-phase is color-coded as what? Kenny, can you look at the screen? Guys, phase A is what color? Phase A of a 120, 208, 240 volt, 3-phase circuit. We've got our 3 phases, A, B, and C. What color do you guys use? What is the
Phoenix
color?
says black. Felipe says black. We're saying black. Majority says black.
Okay, what about the center phase, guys?
All right.
What is the center phase? This is where it's going to get tricky. No answers for the center phase?
Jay said red. Phoenix says red.
I think it's red. Well, no. I think it's not red.
Not,
No. I've always done it black, blue, red. Now I know there are people that are going to argue, and this is reason I'm bringing it up because this tape measure is actually color coded. And Racketeers actually has it as black, red, blue. Black, red, blue. But here in the US, when I see red in the middle phase, what is it I'm thinking of? What electrician has enough experience? When you see a red middle phase on a three-phase service, what do you think of that leg? What's the difference between that leg and the other two legs?
I know what it is.
Majority saying black, red, and blue.
I know what that is.
What is it?
It's a delta Y transformer.
In the United States, now a lot of you guys might be young, double tap the screen if you guys are under 40 years of age. If you're under 40 years of age, can you double tap the screen for me?
Yeah. Double tap the screen, everybody, if you're under 40.
A lot of, let's go into a quick conversation to teach you real quick. We're going to be doing the live demonstration, okay? But one of the, not arguments, but let's talk to some more experienced guys here. The red leg, the Delta ungrounded red leg service. It used to be really prevalent on the East Coast, and it was done early, like in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. There was these ungrounded Delta services. And an ungrounded Delta service has a high leg. And a high leg is always double what it should be, right? Stay with me now. Now that high leg is always put in the center phase and identified with red tape.
Yeah.
So when I see red tape in the middle phase, I'm thinking that's a high leg. That's what I'm thinking. Now of course I'll test it, I'll measure it, but that's just another conversation. Like black, red, blue, to me, I go black, blue, red. And I only use the red leg in the middle phase on a Delta ungrounded service. I know you guys might say different. Some of you might say orange leg, because the utility company usually doesn't have red tape. The utility company usually has brown, orange, yellow, right? They usually deal with higher voltage. I always assume they use the orange tape because that's all they have. So when you see orange tape on the middle phase, a lot of times make sure you understand that you could be dealing with a red leg. I brought that up because Racketeers has made a retractable ruler for electricians.
Yeah.
Color coded for electricians.
That's
It's
good.
fantastic.
If you guys ever forget somehow, you have amnesia or something, you can see the colors on the tape and you remember.
I asked Brittany, I said, Brittany, why did you label it that way? And then I saw that she had posted a video asking, and it made a lot of conversation. So, I don't know. I just know by my experience, if I see the red in the middle coming out of a meter pan, to me, that's a hot leg, a high leg. So, if you don't know what that is, follow me and we can go on another discussion for that.
Black, red, and blue, 12208, and brown, orange, yellow for 480 volt.
And one of the major mistakes that people make when they're working with the Delta high leg services is they don't know how to measure. They don't know how to measure that type of service. They show up with their voltmeter and they put their voltmeter on one phase on another phase, or they put, one phase and then the ground. They'll put their one lead onto the metal of the box and one phase on, and that is not how you measure a delta. You will never get the right, whenever you go, there is no ground, it's a floating ground. You must measure phase to phase. Do not measure, there is no neutral. There is no neutral in an ungrounded delta. And I got another video I got to make. I had done a job and it caused an explosion. It was in Bound Brook, New Jersey. It was a company that had what they call a mat service. Boring, huh?
No, I'm not bored.
Mat service. A mat service is 3 individual transformers. Okay? And they have 2 stabs coming out of them. So there's a total of 6 stabs that we need to know how to wire, and I did not know how to wire that. When I was a younger electrician, I had one of my first big services happened to be an ungrounded delta mat service. And I didn't know, so here we are, we're upgrading the service. I take out all the wires, we put in a new gear, I start putting the wires in, and I feed it A, B, C. And that's wrong. I didn't know that how to wire outer, inner, inner. And I want to explain that to you. Now, you probably won't be seeing a lot of that because it's old school stuff. Mm-hmm. But if you're in the New Jersey, New York City, Connecticut, Massachusetts, if you're on the East Coast, it's more prevalent. And we got to be careful of that. Mm-hmm. Sorry to get off on tangent. I just wanted to explain that for the more experienced guys.
What else, Chris? That's good knowledge, though. That's always helpful to know that stuff.
Well, you know, it's about experience. And what happened was, I connected that, right? So here we are. I'll never forget. I was making $50,000 in one weekend. $50,000 I was making in one weekend changing this gear out. And square D gear, and I had the old gear removed. I pulled out all the old conductors.
Yeah.
Put in the new gear, put in new conductors, and added because we increased the service. I'm out there and I'm thinking, nothing's labeled like H1, H2, H3. I'm looking at 3 individual transformers sitting on the grass on a pad in a cage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I go out and I start thinking, okay, I guess this is phase A, phase B, phase C. So I wired it up, I terminated, public service came to fire it back up. Boom!
Right, transformer?
It blew up at the street when the guy was trying to re-energize it. This service was an overhead service coming from the main street off Lincoln Boulevard in Bound Brook or Middlesex, New Jersey. This is 20 years ago. And in fact,
we got a question.
In fact, they reached out to me because they needed to let other younger electricians at the time know about this. And that's something you guys might not have experienced, but you need to know it. What's the question?
I forgot what it was regarding to, but it says, so if it's not grounded but have a high, so what do we do?
Well, there's nothing you can do. What you know, whenever there's a situation like that, whenever you are working at a place that has still an ungrounded delta, that's money, baby. That's money. Because everywhere you need a transformer, you need to convert that ungrounded delta into a Y. So you can get a standard dry type transformer. You can, feed the H1, H2, H3 with that high leg delta. And then your output will be the 120, 208 volt with a neutral. And that's what you could feed all the receptacles with. And so everywhere you go in a company that has that service, they need a lot of electric work.
Yeah.
But the utility companies still might prohibit them from having a better service come in. But that's what we do. So if you come into an ungrounded system, you want to go phase to phase with your voltmeter. You never want to touch ground and a phase. Because even if it is exactly 120 volts to ground, you'll never read that on an ungrounded delta. You'll never read it. You put your meter on and it will read 80, 300, 25, 70. It'll be floating all over the place. So we'll talk later about that.
Yeah, that's a good knowledge.
But, let's go over some of these things real quick. And again, Hendy 10 We gotta write it with the sign here.
Yeah, next time. Okay. What have we got there?
This. I love this. Again, these are,
What's a Rocky product?
this is probably 25 years old, 20 years old.
That's a Rocky product?
This is a Rocky product.
Zip tie holder. You guys always got to use zip ties. wherever
Cable
you're at.
tie holder.
Strap an MC, you strap Romex cables.
You're trying to tell me you want to compete with me and you don't have one of these?
Yeah.
You're constantly complaining how broke you are and how being an electrician, you don't want your kids in it, and you struggle and you can't make a lot of money. It's because you're not doing it right. You need to show up like you mean business.
True.
And what does that mean? That means showing up with things like this. You want a zip tie? Where are we going? I got no rubber band on here. I don't have another zip tie on here. And this is about as dirty as they come. Why? I forgot there's a camera up here, right, Ken? You can see me from up here.
You got
Yeah, you can look up.
Guys,
You guys can
if
comment
you
on
don't
it.
have this,
You guys can write anything you
there is no reason why you wouldn't have this. It's what, 10 bucks, 14 bucks?
That's a good. Yeah.
This is fantastic. All it is a piece of foam. You know, this guy is a father and son, racketeers. Okay? And this guy's an innovator, man. Look, it's 2 pieces of foam. That's all it is.
Yeah, this thing's clutch.
Everything from Racketeers is designed to help you do your job better.
Yeah.
Comment Racky for the free giveaway, 9 p.m. tonight. Comment Racky. Comment Racky. And I'll have to tell you, we have thousands of comments over the past few weeks. This has been going on. Tonight is the main event.
Comment Racky.
What time is it, Ken? Let me know when we're getting close to 8 o'clock.
We got 22 minutes.
In 22 minutes, this oven is going on, and we're going to show you how to make money.
Yep.
Okay? We're going to show you, showing up with tools like this, how you can make money.
We're gonna cook you guys up some good content.
Where is the, give me that Racketeer thing.
You guys are giving away all those tools that you have hanging?
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
this is going to be a beautiful and generous giveaway. Don't worry about it. Just comment Racky and then you see. All I ask you is this, guys. If you win, can you post a little video? Can you at least acknowledge that you won? Let's give a shout out to Racketeers. Okay? Racketeers is going to be sending you a prize directly. All right? If you win, you're going to get a DM from me or Hendy the Sparky. And you're going to have to send us your address. We're not going to bother you. We're not going to solicit you. We don't want anything from you except to give you your prize and to make you rich.
Yes.
Let's start making positive content, guys. Let's show our wealth. And if you don't have the wealth, you need to follow me and listen to what I'm telling you.
True. Guys, we're not here to be broke. We're here to make our bank accounts like a phone number. Like, hello? You think your girl want a broke electrician?
When you see something all ratty, believe me, when you buy it, it's not going to look this ugly. This is used. This is mine. This is what I brought into the field. You want to see what you compete with? Hold this, Chris. Talk to me.
My dad's had that thing since I was like 15.
Everybody uses zip ties, no matter what electrician you are. If you're residential, you're commercial, you're industrial, you use zip ties. Whether it's MC cable, Romex wire, this is a must.
I appreciate it, actually. I do. Man.
Getting the
I
best
just want to
one?
appreciate everyone that's on this live. You know.
Getting the
He
best
means the
one
world
right
to
now?
my dad. He loves us, you know. He really does. It's really the best trade in the world.
This is a great trade.
Let's make some money. I can go anywhere in the world and be a millionaire. Anywhere. I'll go to your country, I'll go to your country, and I will be a millionaire. You could not take it away from me. There is nothing that you have that I couldn't operate.
Yeah.
Can you take on a third world country, Dad?
Listen, I'm in your face for a reason. You don't know me. You don't know me. How else am I going to get through to you?
Give the public what they want, Dad.
You could be in Australia. Dad, can you, you think you could be wealthy in Australia?
I definitely could be wealthy in Australia.
All right.
I could go anywhere and be wealthy. Anywhere. And with a company like Racketeers and with tools like this,
That's true.
so when you want to compete with a small guy like me, multi-millionaire as an electrician, you better fucking bring it.
Yes.
You better fucking bring your A game, because I'm showing up with stuff like this.
That's true.
So while you're getting your $75, $80 an hour, I'm making thousands of dollars.
These products just make your job easier. Why would you not want to make your job easier? Upgrade, guys. Get these tools. They make it so much easier your job. Faster production means more dollars.
Sorry I got angry there. I just want to share how wealthy we can be in this trade and how wonderful this trade is.
We
And
love it.
I could imagine what this guy from Racketeers went through, breaking into the industry.
Yeah.
You know, this guy is a legacy. This guy is equal to the manufacturer of this green product. The products that begin with the letter K, the letter M, these legacy products, here it is.
Yes.
And we're going to share with you tonight what it is.
Shout out Racky. Comment
Let's
Racky
not
right
do
now.
that.
Comment Racky. We're getting into this now. Comment.
Okay, here it is. This is a top 10 product of 2025.
Oh yeah, those drippers.
This is a top 10 product of 2025.
Those drippers are amazing.
You know, those strippers are the best strippers. I actually use those
This
strippers.
is,
Yeah,
you know what?
love them, man. Love them.
This is a top 10 product of 2025. These are the juniors. I didn't know that, Ken. These are the juniors that were given to us. Now, we were given these, and we were on a service, me and my son. I said, Ken, give me some strippers. Give me strippers. And he hands me these, and I go, dude, don't you ever hand me a different color stripper. Don't you ever hand me something that isn't my go-to. He goes, Dad, you have to try this. You will be amazed when you see what this can do. I was like,
Yeah.
come on.
They're amazing.
I swear to you, the very next day, I went to Cooper Electric in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, and bought a pair. Even though I could communicate with this and say, Britt, could you please send me a pair? She certainly would. But I was like, nah, I gotta have them. So I bought another pair, and little did I know they were bigger than this. They're a little bit bigger than this size.
Oh.
Absolutely
You
spectacular.
might have to get a little closer if you want to
Absolutely spectacular.
strip like butter.
Look at
That
this.
wire.
Absolutely stunning.
We're electricians. We're stripping for a living.
Look, even this jangled little piece of wire. I love this tool. I love this tool. Love it. Love it. Thank you for this, Racketeers. Now, some people are saying that this little lock is bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Sometimes you just have to fold it in a little bit, and it will stay locked.
Comment Racky.
10th product of 2025.
Agree. It's really good.
When you go to the supply house, if you're not going to go to Racketeers.com right now and enter Handy10 and get 10% off, don't blame us. When you go to the supply house and you're waiting at the counter because you don't know how to run your business, so you show up in the morning waiting for material, go and pick one of these up. These will be at every supply house. Just pick it up, put it in your hands.
They already are.
Trust me. Trust me. You get rid of your K brand, M brand, any other brand, the double K brand, the KN brand,
Yeah.
Crocs. Now, I have to say, this is about the only hand tool that I endorse from Racketeers that's a hand tool.
Yeah.
And rackies, if you have more, send them to me. But I don't think they're going to be like this quality.
Comment Racky. That's comment. You want one of these products? Comment Racky.
Yeah, people like your haircut. Sparky likes your haircut.
Oh, thank you. Listen, this is also another amazing product. Grant, give me that piece of wire again.
I've been playing with this.
Oh, I got to bend wire. Oh, I got to go into a trough. Oh, I got to bug 4 rods together to come up into a trough. Guys, get your knuckle busters. You got to buy this. And again, if you don't have this, don't blame me. This is the tool.
What is that?
This is a wire bender.
I like their products. They have like good add-ons.
This is a wire bender. It goes on your
I wish
socket.
they had like hand tools.
On your 1/2-inch drive, you put this on, and watch what it does. Watch what I can do with this. So if I want to go down, I just flip my socket, and I can go right down with it.
Whoa.
Right?
You can do that in the panel, like
Absolutely.
give you some space.
Absolutely. Now if I want to come back up, I can just flip my tool, and I can go up with it.
That's good.
Right? I can go back down.
It's pretty neat.
That's good.
And if you put a little extension on it, right, you could make knots out of this.
That's really good. That's
It
good.
does not mar anything. I'm not cutting the Teflon jacket of the THHN.
Yeah.
This, my friends, you must have. Every electrician that's watching me today must have this.
Yes.
And it's cheap. Go to racketeers.com and even get 10% off. 10% off.
Yeah. 10D10. Use the code. Guys, why not? Why would you not want 10% off? Why? Come on.
These are another game changer. When you can show up to the job with these, forget it. You know, you're asking me, I can't get the rate. I have to be the cheapest. I got to race to the bottom. Everybody works so cheap. That's because you keep in the company, you make your bed with your customer base. Everybody knows you as the cheap guy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows you as the cheap guy.
Yep. You don't want to be the cheap guy.
You're going to get referred by a cheap guy.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to want a deal from you because you don't know how to run your business. You don't know how to elevate your appearance of your business.
True.
You don't know how to appear as big as you need to appear in your customer's eyes.
That's true. I'm not trying to go broke. We're trying to get wealthy.
You know, if you weren't stationary here, I could walk around and show you exactly where these are in this little shop I'm in right now. I have used these for years. These have made me so much money. I'm going to give you an example of when I used these. I was working with a dock and door company at Domino's Pizza. And at Domino's Pizza, they had refrigeration areas. So they had a lift gate that would actually go all the way up, vertical. So the garage door could close and it'd keep cold inside, right? Because normally if you go to like a regular warehouse, you'll see that big gap underneath the garage door from the lip, right? When they lift up for the loading dock.
Yeah.
Well, this one actually went all the way up, and then the door came down to completely seal in the building. So there were so many hydraulic pumps, control panels, sensors, and I used this for my seal tight. I was running seal tight out of the panel, all 8 of them, and my work looked spectacular. So here I have a panel on the wall. I mounted this on the wall. The panel was above it. I poked down. I actually used this as the layout to drill my holes with my dirt bag. right? Because it was all sensitive stuff in there. And the boss comes around and goes, holy shit, dude, this looks fantastic. And even though that was in a working warehouse, you can't break this. You can't break them. They're unbreakable. There is something about racketeers and their manufacturing, you can't break it.
Yep, it's called the Homer Helper. Homer Helper.
Now, I've seen TikTok videos of guys putting these in attics, you residential guys.
Yeah.
You see another one? You know, you could easily, and it's got multiple holes to attach it. So you could attach it under a beam somewhere on a rafter, right?
Yep.
And now you've got beautiful holes. So if you say you line up without measuring, let's say you're in an attic and there's a pitch that comes down.
Yep.
And you could go up and you can find a certain part that has a cat, and you mount that there, and then like 5 feet away, 4.5 feet away, you put another one, and then another one, then another one, and you pull across the attic.
Yeah.
You look like a hero.
Superman.
You look like a hero.
Superman.
But you don't use them because you don't have the customers that want to pay for them.
You want to get out of those customers.
But these are cheap guys, low cost. Homer Helpers, Racketeers.com, Handy 10.
Hell yeah. I like those, I like these. Whoa. I like these guys. These are nice.
Wow. This is another one.
Oh yeah.
This is the top 10 of 2024. Top 10 of 2024.
Wire tucker.
Let me tell you, right after 9/11, I was working at a major company, one of my biggest customers that I still have to this date. And I had a foreman there because I wasn't running my business right, because I was just like you guys. It was 24 years ago, and I was doing new construction and I was doing service. I didn't know how to just pick service. I didn't know what I was doing. So I was hiring guys. I think at that time I had my 5 employees. And I could remember we had an emergency. So I'm at this customer, and we're actually there that day. We're working. And one of their sub panels explodes. It just exploded.
How?
Don't know how. I was in another part of the warehouse, and I hear, hey, Garrett, what did you do? I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, there's no power in this part of the warehouse. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not even working anywhere near it. I go, I find the sub panel, and it's all black. The explosion happened in the panel when the panel was closed, and it was a 400 amp sub panel. And what do I think to myself? What do you guys think when that happens? Oh shit, me? I think money.
Yep.
I'm thinking $30,000 I'm gonna make tonight.
30 G's.
I'm gonna make $30,000 fixing this for this company.
30 racks.
I gotta pull out all the old wires, so there were 3 600s and then 2/0 ground in this 4-inch conduit. I'll never forget it. So my foreman was on the job with another couple guys. I make a call. I'm going to give a shout out to Jeff Bates of Warshower Electric. If you're out there, Jeff, I can remember it was a Friday around 2 o'clock, and it happened. And the customer was like, fix it. You better believe I'm going to fucking fix it. So what do? I find the problem, and I isolate the problem.
Nice.
I go to the main. I disconnect the feeders out of the main.
Nice.
Right? And I cut them off so that it's no power there.
Nice.
So I've got the wires kind of cut off and taped off in this panel. So now I tell the guys, okay, start taking it apart, and we'll have to replace just the last sleeve of conduit. Now, this building had 50-foot ceilings. The service gear was sitting on a pad towards the front of the building. So the 4-inch conduit went up 40 feet and then made a 90. Made a 90 for about 100 feet, another 90, another 100 feet, a 90 down. So I've got 190, 2 90s, 390s into the panel. I call up Jeff Bates and say, Jeff, I need a Siemens 42 KAIC main breaker panel, this many I give him all the details. He goes, you know what? I got it. Come and get it. I'm on my way to go get it. And this was the mistake that I made. I went to go get it. I went to go, because I didn't know how to run my company. I had nobody in the shop to go get this for me. I went out and I left my guys there to start taking things apart. Now I'm leading up to the story, what happened. I'm at Warshower Electric, I'm loading up the gear, and I get that awful phone call that we all dread in business.
What?
Ambulance is coming, so-and-so got hurt. I mean, you know, I went from, I'm making $30,000 tonight, to, holy shit, I got an injury. So the first thing is, what happened? Is he okay? So here's what happened. Because I did not have this on the truck, because I had my pulling gear in a separate job box on a new construction job, because I didn't know what I was doing, my men didn't have the proper gear. So what did they do? They jury-rigged it.
Jerry-rigged?
They jury-rigged it, where they, or jerry-rigged it?
Yeah, jerry-rigged it.
Jerry-rigged it. They Rube Goldberged it. So the foreman took a come-along. He took the wire and tried to make a head with the come-along. He attached the hook of the come-along. He took a reel, a wooden reel, and he tried to use that as a pulling. He tried to put the come-along. He took the back box off. Just trying to pull the wire out to stay ahead. He gets on a company forklift. Never get on a forklift or a scissor lift if it's not your property. You must ask the company that you're at if you can use their forklift. He goes and grabs it. It's a Friday. He wants to go home. He's starting to do work without the proper tools. He pulls, the come-along breaks and impales him in the leg.
Damn.
So he's driving the forklift, he's pulling back the come-along, trying to get ahead because he wants to go, right? He didn't have enough sense to be in his own business. He was working for me, he wanted to go home. Now, if I would have had this simple tool on my job, on the truck, that would have never happened.
What's that called?
This is called a Penguin cable puller. This is 3 pieces. This is the actual head. Again, you can save $16 if you use Hendy 10. This is about $159. It's well worth it.
It's definitely worth it.
This thing comes out of the box like a piece of polished jewelry.
Yep.
It looks like this because this is mine. And this has been used many times. It's got opposing set screws. So each one of these heads here that can hold a wire has got opposing set screws. 3/16 Allen. You muscle down on the wire, right? I recommend you buy all 3 pieces. Buy this clevis pin, this little clevis pin, and then buy this swivel. You must buy the swivel. Guys, when you use a piece of equipment like this, when you're pulling in wire, the wires lay just perfectly in the conduit. They don't spin around each other. You don't make them into triplex because this thing will swivel. So your rope will swivel, your rope won't get all bound up. Guys, this is a beauty. And had I had this in 2001, it would have saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars in workman's comp, disability insurance, OSHA investigations, insurance investigations. How could you let your man use our forklift and a come-along to pull wire?
I don't know.
There is no excuse. You can't say, because he did it. No, it's your company. You're responsible for it.
It's 8 o'clock.
How many wires can go this? 4.
All right, guys, welcome to the main event. It's Garrett Henderson. How are you? Let's bend some pipe. Let me show you how you can easily use the Racketeers bend some pipe. Let's go.
Bend that pipe, everybody.
Now, I made this for myself. We're bending 3-inch pipe here.
Yep.
And if you joined us a week and a half ago, we attempted to do it and we failed miserably. Why? Because we were just doing it on the cuff. So I said, you know what? We're going to do a Racky giveaway and we're going to share how important and easy it is with the right tools. So what I did was I asked ChatGPT, what is the bend radius for 3-inch PVC conduit? 13 inches. So all I did was take my ruler, I put it down in the center, this is the center, I went on the 13-inch and I just traced around a piece of plywood, and now I have a little template. So this is the bend radius. Now if I look at a piece of 2.5 inch, you'll notice it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So the bend radius is super important. So we're going to get going right now.
Let's get it.
And this is a piece of 3-inch factory bend. This is a factory bend 3-inch
Let's get it.
with a bell end. Try and go and buy this and see how much this costs.
$50.
This isn't $50. A stick of 3-inch is $50. This one is pretty close to that. And you'll need another coupling.
Yep.
Now, this one has the bell end, a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going bending some pipe. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my heater on. I'm going to plug my heater in. And we're going to, Chris, turn it on. You can just flip it on. Right there. Yep. Now, let's share inside what this is like. A Racketeer product, but it's on the same caliber as Racketeer. The same brand is the same quality as this. Had Racketeers had one of these, you'd see Racketeers. But they know what they specialize in. They know not to waste their resources on this. This is already invented. They're doing things like this. All right, we're going to let that heat up for a little bit, and then let me hang this back up. You have a little clip in here. Nice. You know what I do with the? I will just leave it here. All right, Chris. Let's do the 3-inch. Let's pick up the stick.
Okay.
The first thing I'm going to do, guys, is preparation. Now we're going to discuss step along the way, and then you'll have to determine how fast you can do this in the field. Okay. So a couple things we're going to do is we're going to plug each end of the conduit. I'm going to start with one end first. And if you see discoloration, it's because this is where we had made our mistake last time. And so I rebent the pipe straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the end in, and I'm going to tighten it up. Now, if you don't have a plug like this, I recommend you use duct tape. You can use duct tape. Simply what we want to do is capture the air inside, but there's another part you must get. You must get this part, and this is what started our live journey. And that is right here, Chris.
Good. We're plugging in.
We're going to use our Racketeer pipe viper.
All right. Yeah, get the Viper.
This is the Racketeer's pipe viper.
Yeah, that thing's a beast.
Look, everything here costs a little coin, right? But you get what you pay for. You buy this one time, and as long as you don't forget it, or it's stolen from you, you will have this forever.
It's fast.
I made a note. The overall bending inches. To make sure we're bending at least least 42 inches. To get to these larger pipes, you want to make sure you have enough heat. So we're going to put, we're going to heat up at least 42 inches. If you don't have a hot box and you're using a torch or a heat gun, it's just going to take you longer. I recommend, if you're going to do it by hand, that you measure your 42 inches, make a line, and that way you know where to keep your heat going. If you don't mark it, you'll forget, or you might move, and then you'll be heating air. So try to keep your heat focused if you don't have the hot box. Now, I'm going to tie a little rope on here because I don't want this to fall too far into the pipe. So Chris, put that side down. Let's put this side in now. Step one was we plugged the end of the conduit.
Yep.
We plugged the end of the conduit. Put it down so I can put this in. This way. Put this side up.
Okay.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my...
Lower, please.
Pay attention, Chris. We're going to put our... Now,
Bring the other end.
you know what? It's stuck because of that part.
Yeah. Bring the other end.
Now, is that end? Let me see. Is this the bad end? Let's cut that part off.
Okay.
Let me cut that part. Let me get the bandsaw.
Okay. We can use the other end.
Yeah, I'll use the bandsaw. I'm going to put in another end.
Okay.
It should work. So, to be fair,
This is the other end.
guys, to be fair, sorry, we did this, and I made the pipe irregular. So, I'm going to cut that off. Go give me the bandy. Bandy.
My handsaw. My hand.
So this is the same piece that we used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Well, you know what, Chris?
Yeah.
Let's try it this way first before we cut it.
All right.
Let me try and heat it up a little bit before then.
Okay.
That thing's hot. It's hot. You know what? Maybe this will heat that bad part. Yeah, let's leave it back here. Let it sit a little bit, and then we will. And then let's see if I can push the spring in once it gets a little bit hot.
How long are you supposed to keep the pipe in?
About 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
I know 2.5 inch pipe is about 2 minutes. 3 inch pipe is like 3 minutes. 4 inch pipe is like 4 minutes in the hot box.
What's the maximum size?
This will go up to 4 inch.
4 inch? Oh,
Now
wow.
what we want to do is we want to slowly turn this.
Yeah. Like a hot dog?
Like a hot dog. I should have checked that spring fluid. So we're going to slowly turn this. And I'll know it's done when this one side starts to come down. Comment Racky, guys. Comment Racky.
Comment Racky.
At
Comment
9
Racky.
p.m. we're doing the giveaway. How many people, Ken? Anybody here watching us?
We have 32 viewers right
That's it.
Comment Racky. Comment Racky. Comment.
I think you gotta get a little close. 32 people. 33. 31.
Comment. Comment. Comment Racky.
That one night, though.
Huh?
That one night. Remember that? It's like,
Yeah, that thing's cooking. That thing's cooking. You know why? I think we got to interact with the audience.
Chad, is that oven part of the getaway or no?
You gotta moderate. You gotta moderate. We're heating it
So
up.
I can feel it
Right
already.
now we're heating up the...
We're heating up,
I
you guys.
can feel it already starting to get.
Thing's getting hot as hell.
What a process.
What happens if you put EMT in this?
You just get hot.
It's getting mad hot, right?
This
Of
is
course,
1,000 degrees. This thing
What is
is.
the EMT like getting like melt? What if you just
Help
let
us
this
out,
in like
Jay.
20 minutes?
What do we do?
It would just collapse and just become like a wet noodle inside.
It would, right?
Yeah. It would. And it
Guys,
probably-
the split screen.
No good?
Yeah, I think the split screen's a little. Yeah, what do you guys see with that split screen? Is it like small on your screen?
What do you guys see on the
Tiny?
camera, guys? Do you guys see the split
That's
screen?
probably what it is, right?
I don't think it's a visually appealing, but I mean, I'm looking at it. I'm using a laptop. Yeah, it's like, why is the middle of the live a black box? Because you have it like split.
Was it like that the whole time?
No, we need a tech guy.
No, you just use your phone.
You
You
got
work at
Workus.
home for this.
Yeah, Workus.
Use your phone.
How do we get it out of split screen, Dad? Maybe I'll just hold the camera and just do it like OG times.
OG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Right? That way you get nice detailed footage of like the product and stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think they can see.
Moving already.
Look at that. That moving?
Yeah.
Jay, thank you, guys. Thank you. I was gonna say that's man.
Okay, spin this for me,
Not
quick.
playing
It's hot as hell,
Spin
right?
it
that.
over
Looks
here,
fine
over
to
here,
mine
over here,
with
over
the
here.
laptop, but
Spin it over there. It's not hot over there.
yeah, wait, it's just weird. Detected inactivity. How do we change? Let's change it back to normal. We just do a quick in out, and I'll just grab your phone.
Yeah.
Let's do that. You had it too complicated. Gotta go back to the basics.
That's the basics all you need. Oh, it's getting a little bendy here, eh? And when you make the bend, you gotta use gloves, right?
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna fix this live right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to OG form. I personally think that's better that way too, guys. I appreciate that.
Keep spinning it, Chris.
Yeah, it's like too small. Yeah, it's way too small. Yeah. Imagine on a phone. Yeah. Okay. Go on, this one. Let me do it. All right. How's it? Give me a camera. Yeah.
This one has nobody.